Hello, and my name is Russell Bowyer, and I'm going to talk to you today about the 5 tips for increasing your average sale. Most of us walk into McDonald's, and when you order your meal, you get the question, do you want to go large with that? Well, that's a very powerful question, and even for a small percentage of the 68 million customers at McDonald's said yes to that, they would add simply millions to their bottom line. This short video is how you can boost your average sale value, and at the same time what happens is you'll boost your cash flow and increase your profits. So let me go through a few tips here. I've got 5 tips for you, and tip number 1, what you need to do is to begin by working out what your average sale value is now, or how I call it, the average transaction value. So if in a week or in a day 30 customers spent a total of £1,200 with you, then your average sale will be £40. So what I've done there, I've taken the total spend of £1,200 and I've divided that by the 30 customers that spent that amount of money with you. So once you have this number, what do you do with it? Well, what you need to do is set a new target and then begin to work out a new strategy in order to hit that new target. Tip number 2, bundle up your products. Using the McDonald's example again, they've done this by having their extra value meals, which includes fries, it includes a drink with your meal. So they bundled it all together so you spend a bit more money with them. And as it happens, you get the bonus that it costs you slightly less, but you have spent more money with them. If you're a type of business that charges by the hour, think about productizing your service. So if instead of charging X number of pounds for so many hours for delivering a service, say instead that I'm going to charge you X amount of pounds for that service, so it's capped. The benefit of this is that they're not paying for your inefficiencies. It's a bit like if you get on an airline, you know up front how much you're going to pay for that flight. So whether you fly in economy, in business class or in upper class, you know up front how much you're going to spend, and then you can focus on enjoying the journey in whichever class that you've decided to fly in, rather than worry about how long the flight is going to take if you are going to be paying by the minute or by the hour for that flight. Another example might be if you're a motor repair shop, you could give a free clean with every service. And there's all sorts of other ideas, so just get creative and think about the ways that you can add value to your business. Tip number 3, go for the add-on sale. Using the McDonald's example again, when you ask for a burger and they say, do you want fries with that? That automatically increases your average sale or your average transaction value. If you have a website, list related products. Amazon very good at this, so when you buy a book, quite often you'll see people who bought this book also bought that book or the other book. And sometimes people will add those to their basket, and of course they've increased their average transaction. If you have a restaurant, ask customers if they want a salad with a meal or if they want garlic bread. Automatically this increases the price that people pay when they're in your restaurant. I'm sure you can think of other ideas, but this is just a few tips and a few examples. So tip number 4, introduce higher value products. So for example, if you're a bakery and you sell mainly bread and sandwiches, consider selling wedding cakes or Christmas cakes. These are higher value items. Get your sales team to push your higher value items, and that will have the effect of increasing your average sales value. Toyota introduced the Lexus, which is a higher value item, and certain people prefer to buy a Lexus versus a Toyota. Tip number 5, raise your prices. By increasing your prices, of course you're going to increase your transaction values within your business. And just because you're more expensive doesn't mean that you'll not get the business. People do buy BMWs and Mercedes after all, and they still get you there the same as a Ford or a Renault or any other vehicle that costs you less money. An example, if you had a gross profit margin in your business of 50%, and you increased your prices by 10%, you could lose up to 16.7%, nearly 17% of your customers, and not be worse off. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go and increase your prices by 10%, but this is just an example. So what should you do next? Well, firstly, you'll need to work out what your average sale is, because if you don't know that, you can't make any changes to it. Well, you could, but you won't be able to then monitor what happens. Go and get creative with how you can increase your average sale, and importantly, implement your ideas and go away and grow your profits. But please come back and let me know how you get on. You could also take a look at our increased profit software by clicking here. Thank you very much for listening. You've been listening to Russell Bowyer at bowraven.com. Bye for now.